A pleasure to me all at last. And so, today it's February 18th, and I'm more than proud to say that we do have ourselves another contender in terms of video games. But not just any, by any means. For First Impressions February 2026 edition, we have ourselves Chromagun 2 Die Hard. And I will say, the idea of art, puzzle solving, and first-person shooters, this is something you don't see combined all too well. So once I heard a lot about this game, I went ahead and picked myself up a copy. To tell you the truth, I was originally going to have High on Life 2, but it seems like the game itself had practically sold out like crazy, so no chance of me getting a hold of the hard physical copy, so to speak. But in any case though, Chromagun 2 Die Hard does do things a bit differently. Like I said, it combines art in the form of shooting paint at various targets and at various orbs, some of which will remain stationary, some of which will gravitate towards a certain painted surface of the same color, some of which will autonomously proceed towards you in the form of a malicious attack, and some of which are just there for the heck of it. Either way you look at it though, it's a big series of levels that all go through a special facility called Chromatech. And this Chromatech facility is led by a director whom you meet at first and are sent off with a special Chromagun in hand. This of course is the device that uses paint shot out of 3 different barrels. You have the choice of shooting red, yellow, or blue paint. And by shooting any of these 3 colors, you can cause various things to happen inside the Chromatech facility itself. And let's just say, a 6-hour game like this, which I managed to get a few clips off of already, as I did manage to find a walkthrough that somebody made, where apparently it took them 6 hours to beat. So, pretty short when you think about it, but with a lot of puzzle solving, a lot of story, and a lot of things that are after you, I guess it makes sense that it wouldn't have been the bright idea to have it keep going for a long period of time. Otherwise, you might get really bored of it. And it overall just throws a lot of unique elements at me. Some elements are a bit on the cryptic side, and some elements in which are a bit difficult to understand. In some cases, I've actually had to pull up that same walkthrough that I found in order to find out what to do even. A few cases in which that I did get stuck included one point where I had to get an orb to basically pull upward with a piece of furniture. Yeah, it's not very easy to explain most of this sort of stuff, and that's not kind of the fact that this is a pretty big puzzle game. With art and first-person shooter elements put all together, you're essentially firing at orbs, which cause them to be immobilized, but they aren't destroyed or defeated, if you will. On the other hand though, you can't really die. Sure, you can take hits and suffer pain, as the screen will occasionally flash red indicating you've taken a hit, but you can't really die in the game, at least from what I understand. Even stepping on electrical components and getting hit by swinging hammers, as if the pendulum cliche is already bad enough, but none of those things kill you, so to speak. Although the hammers will fling you back in some degree. Either way you look at it though, from what I've seen in total, it's actually a pretty good game. It's not great, I will say, because a lot of it just feels a bit repetitive, and there's a ton of levels that continue on and on for a good amount of time. There's a lot of rooms to explore, a lot of orbs to find, and there's also a ton of labyrinth like melodramatics that take place. I mean, it's certainly like navigating a big maze, all the while trying to get the orbs to the correct spots, have them all line up with the proper colors, and more importantly, how to figure out how to open doors without the usage of keys. Yeah, it seems that the colored orbs and painted walls happen to act like keys to open the door, some of which do require more than one of these orbs in order to unlock and open the door for you. So, like I said, the challenge in this game is pretty unique, considering the fact that it combines art and first-person shooters with the Chromagun in hand. But with the fact that, of course, there are enemies that are out to get you, the fact you can't die, and the fact that some enemies can be defeated, it just really brings about the question, why exactly is that so? I mean, who would want to play a game where you can't really die? And the only real goal is to get through the puzzles. So, I mean, this kind of thing would add a bit of variety to it, in which action and adventure combined with the first-person shooter sort of stuff would make for a pretty unique change of pace on account of the fact that not everybody wants to spend 6 hours solving a bunch of puzzles. I mean, that'd be different if we were trying to solve a Rubik's Cube or play a bunch of Sudoku booklets, but with this being a game that combines the likes of art and first-person shooters, action, adventure, and all that good stuff, I really feel like a good addition of variety, the ability to take damage with a health bar and eventual death, and the ability to destroy enemies would probably be my main points of which that I would make, so that the game could probably be improved from here. But I overall pretty much enjoy it. It's a good change in pace overall from a lot of the games I play, a lot of which stick to the regular first-person shooters of killing enemies on the screen, racing, sports, etc. But to have something that focuses more on art as well as puzzle solving really is a good change of pace, a break in the monotony, if you will. And it's not too often where I find unique gems like this. So, considering what it did, and considering how much of the story I went through already, my overall score for this game so far is going to be at around 8.2 out of 10.1. So, whether you guys have your agreements or disagreements with this whole thing, that's probably fine and all. The way I see it though, it's still a well-crafted game. And I get the feeling that Chromagun 2 might not be the last of which that we'll see of things here. And on account of that, I feel like I might have to check out Chromagun 1 if I can find it. But in any case though, this is it for this piece. I'll be back next month in March with another new title in mind. And I feel like I've got a few pieces that I could probably check out. But, of course, once I have my decision made, I'll have the episode ready to go. And as always, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more content.